Good morning! It is day 8 of NaNoWriMo. As promised, I did not vlog at all over the weekend, so let me update you really quickly on my progress. So over the weekend I got to 17,652 words. So it is going to be a really nice day today, and moving forward these kinds of days are going to be few and far between because we're just going to get colder from here on out. I have one scene left to write in chapter 5, so this afternoon I'm thinking of going to the park, a different park from the one I went to in my Preptober vlog, and I'll just try to finish that scene there and then just relax at the park, come back, and maybe delve into the beginning of chapter 6. Well, I am back. I didn't actually end up getting any writing done. The little pavilion right by the lake looked like the perfect place to write, but the wind coming off of the water was pretty cold. I didn't realize it was going to be as windy as it is today, so it was kind of a bust. There weren't really any other pavilions at the park that were any good, like they weren't that big. There was not a lot at that park at all, to be honest. I'm kind of disappointed. Certainly not like the park that I rode at last time, so I am back home now, and I guess I'm going to do now what I planned on doing at the park. Okay, I got the scene finished, and that brings me to 18,177 words. I think I'm going to go ahead and start chapter 6 and get a little bit of it done. I don't expect to finish it today, but I'm not really happy writing just the words that I got from that one scene that was left in chapter 5, so I'm going to keep going and hopefully maybe reach 19,000 words? We'll see. Okay, well, we're now at 20,041 words. Yeah, honestly, you just never know how long a scene is going to be. I really, really love character monologue. It's probably my favorite thing ever to write, and in this scene, it was just really fun to delve into my character's mindset, trying to come to terms with the information that he's just been given, that there are some powerful people potentially involved with this crime, and it's going to be very difficult, if not impossible, to solve it when you have powerful people like that running interference and basically not wanting the crime to be solved. So that was really interesting, and that's what got me to 20,000 words, because I just delved into this character's head and let all of the thoughts and fears and frustrations come out. So let's update the Nano website. Boom! Okay, there is no badge for 20,000 words. For some reason I was thinking that there was, but there is one for 25,000 words, and I'm thinking I'm probably going to hit that 2 days from now. I think we're beginning to even out the word counts. This is looking much more consistent than it was at the beginning. Not bad for a day's work considering I didn't get anything done at the park. Hello. It is day 9 of NaNoWriMo, and today has just not been a good day. Personal life speaking. I have not done any writing yet, so I don't know if it's going to go well or not, but I hope that it will because I need some cheering up. So I'm just going to try to relax. I'm looking forward to writing the scene that I have left in chapter 6, so yeah, we'll see. I keep listening to this song because it just fits the scene so well. Okay, I was wrong. I actually have one more scene to write as well. So I actually had 2 scenes and I wrote one, so it's done, and now I have 1 more left. But I think I'm going to take a quick break and get some coffee because I am really tired. I don't know why. I think the time change just really messed me up, to be honest. So I got a cappuccino little mix thing because I don't have a machine to make them, and I'm gonna try that and hopefully I'll like it. I can't really justify buying a machine to make it unless I know that this is something that I like or not. So I'm going to make that, come back and write the next scene, and then discuss where I am at and how I'm feeling about this book so far, because I have some thoughts. Okay, the scene is done, chapter 6 is done, and that brings me to 21,862 words. Okay, so I have my coffee here, and that's the end of chapter 6, which seems strangely apt given how I'm feeling about this book right now. So I had hoped to reach 22,000 words today. Obviously that didn't happen. And this is about the part in my story where I start to worry about word count. And I know it's stupid because it ultimately doesn't matter. And I don't doubt that I will hit 50,000 words. I don't doubt that I will end up winning Nano. But as far as my personal word count goal for this book, which is 80,000 words, I'm kind of starting to worry that I don't have enough story to get there. And again, I know it's stupid. This book will be as long as it needs to be. And it is just the first draft, but I guess I've just been doing this long enough, I've been writing mysteries long enough that I think I should be able to crank out a near perfect first draft and it be the length that it needs to be. So naturally, if I don't reach my word count goal, I will be disappointed. And I'm at basically 20,000 words right now, and that means I have around 60,000 words left to go. I have 18 chapters, I think, outlined for this book, and I am on the beginning of chapter 7 now because I just finished chapter 6. And the last mystery that I wrote, which was in my Victorian mystery series, it was the 10th book. I've got 10 of those written. I've been writing them for 4 years. The last book I wrote in that series was 90,000 words, and my word count goal for that one was 75,000. So I wildly exceeded my goal, but I think the reason for that is that particular mystery had situations built into the plot where I had to bring all of my supporting characters that I have developed over the years into the story. So there's a lot of people involved. They're all off doing their own things. Whereas in this first book, in this 1920 series, it's all just being developed for the first time. Like, my characters don't have those relationships established like I do in my other series, so it's a bit unrealistic, I think. It just doesn't add up, I guess. It might be overly ambitious, I guess, is what I'm trying to say to myself, and that's okay. I mean, I really won't know how many words I'm going to end up with regardless until the book is finished, but yeah, I mean, this is just the part where I start to freak out a little bit. In the beginning, I felt really good, especially cranking out 4,000 words the first day in just the first chapter, but after that, it's not been as much. None of the chapters that I've written since then have been as long as the first one, so I don't know. I'm also trying to tell myself that nothing really has been revealed in the story so far. Like, yeah, we've got this dead guy. We have potential suspects, but we have no motive, really, for why someone might have wanted to kill him. And until things like that start to be discovered by the characters, you still have plenty of book to uncover, plenty of plot to go through. So I'm just trying to tell myself not to freak out about it. It is the first draft. I'm not intending to try to publish this right away anyway. It's just, I guess it's the perfectionism coming out, which sucks. But I need to get the Nano website updated. $21,862. Yeah, okay, so I didn't get as much as I wanted to get today, but that's okay. Some scenes are shorter than others. It's so funny because the scenes that I often think are going to be longer end up being shorter, and the scenes that I don't expect to get a whole lot out of sometimes end up getting a lot of words, so yeah, who knows. It is now day 10 of NaNoWriMo, and I have a doctor's appointment this afternoon, which means I won't be able to write during my normal time, so I think I'm going to be getting in some evening writing today. I would like to hit 25,000 words today, but because I didn't write as much as usual yesterday, that means that I will have to write over 3,000 words today, which is not a small task, but we'll just see what happens. I'll get as much done as I can and not really worry about the exact word count. Yesterday I did have a brief glance at the outline that I have for chapter 7, which is the chapter I will be starting today, and it seems like a pretty substantial chapter, which helps allay some of the worries I expressed yesterday. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so it is now much later. It's about 6 in the evening, and I've decided I'm just going to disregard my 3,000 word count goal and just get done what I can and try to enjoy it. Okay, I am now at 23,402 words. I think I'm going to take a quick break and go get some coffee. It's kind of late for coffee, but I think I could do with some. Okay, so that scene is now finished. I'm at 24,108 words, and I think I'm just going to stop there. I'm happy with the way this has turned out, and I want to leave the rest of this chapter for tomorrow. Okay, we are definitely back to normal, and that means that I will be hitting 25,000 words tomorrow, earning that badge, and that means we're halfway through Nano. So yeah, I don't think I really have that much more to say about this, pardon the poor lighting. But yeah, I think I could definitely pull off evening writing. If I for some reason had to change my normal schedule to the evenings, I think it would pretty much be okay. One thing I did want to mention though is the 3 things that I struggle to write that I can't write very well. I've always struggled with it, and I probably always will, and that is describing historical fashion, room decor, and architecture. Like, I don't know the exact technical terms to describe architecture. The same thing goes with historical fashion. Like, I know some things. I know a lot more about describing Victorian fashion than I do about 1920s fashion, but I just tend to skip over those parts because I am like, I can't interrupt the flow of the narrative to sit here for 15 minutes thinking up what this room looks like. I'll just add that in when I'm editing, and that's also something to keep in mind because that adds more words in. Because right now those words aren't in here, they're missing. There's not a lot of room description or whatever. And I mean, they don't add that many words, but it is more words that will be added that I don't have right now. So that's something to keep in mind as well. I'd be curious to know if anybody else struggles with these things. Like, do you find yourself kind of skipping over descriptions of places unless like you have a specific idea already of what this place looks like? And do you just write out the dialogue? Because that's basically what I do. I mean, inner character monologue and dialogue is like, that's what I think I'm best at. And then I'll spruce up the description scenes later on. So I wake up this morning and it is extremely windy, and the wind has blown all of the leaves off that pretty tree. This one too. Well, it started out so gloomy this morning, but now the sun has come out. It is now day 11 of NaNoWriMo. Earlier I finished reading the book that I was reading. Thank God it's over because it was very long and it was taking me longer than normal to read it because I just couldn't read very much of it at one time before having to stop. So today I will try to finish writing chapter 7. I will definitely get to 25,000 words later on today. Critique Group Live is happening over on Barrett Laurie's channel, so I'm going to go there and hang out, and because I won't be doing any writing during this live stream, I can maybe hopefully be in the chat a little bit more. So that will be a fun time. So I'm just going to get my writing done now and then go do that later and have a fun time. $26,343 words. I love writing character monologue. So that is chapter 7 done, and the beginning scene of chapter 8 as well. They kind of blended together. I have surpassed 25,000 words, which means I'm halfway to winning Nano, and I still have an hour before Critique Group Live, so that's doing pretty good. But let us update the Nano website. You are halfway there. So while I'm waiting for Critique Group Live, I'm just going to go get some pie and maybe see if there is any authortube videos I need catching up on. Okay, so with my cutting skills, it's obviously not the prettiest piece of pie you've ever seen, but it is so good. Strawberry and rhubarb is not quite my favorite pie ever, but it's definitely second favorite. And if you're going to try this kind of pie, I just recommend eating it as soon as you buy it, because if you try to freeze it and save it for later, it can get pretty mushy. So just, if you see it, buy it and then eat it. Also, I just want to point out that I recently hit 40 subscribers and now it's up to 42. Focus, camera. Oh my gosh. I am so happy. Like, I celebrate every single person who subscribes. You guys don't know how much this means to me. Like, I can't do this without you guys. So the fact that this many people show interest in me and my stuff is just mind-blowing. I mean, I don't think I even know this many people where I live. Like, I don't know, it's insane, but it just makes me happy. It warms my cold dead heart, and I appreciate every single person who watches, leaves a like, comments, subscribes. Like, it means a lot to me. It is day 12 of Nano, and today I'm going to visit my grandma, so I will be gone probably most of the afternoon, and I won't be able to do my writing at my usual time, so it looks like I'm going to be doing some evening writing again. Okay, I am back. It is much later now, around 8 o'clock in the evening, and it's time to get some writing in. Okay, chapter 8 is done, and I am at 28,352 words. I do want to say that I don't feel like I've done as much work this week, but maybe that just goes into what I said before about wanting to slow down and take my time and enjoy the story and not rush it, but the fear about not reaching my personal word count goal is still very much lurking in the back of my mind. I feel like despite having a detailed outline, the scenes, the breakdown of the chapter doesn't ultimately result in as many words as I had hoped, but what can you do? I mean, this happens every time. It's just the first draft, and most of my first drafts aren't that long. I mean, if I look back at some of my very first drafts of some of the other books that I wrote, they were really short, and it's only over time as I rewrite them and add to them that they get longer, so it's not that big of a deal. I feel like I might force myself to really buckle down next week and write more than I have been this week, but we'll see what happens. Once again, I will not be vlogging on the weekends, but I will still be writing, so I will update you guys as to how I did over the weekend in next week's vlog. But for now, there's nothing left for me to do except bring this vlog to an end. So, if you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. I upload every week, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next vlog. Bye!